Alright, so it is Monday. I just finished my stream not long ago, and today we will continue working on my Discord script project bot thingamajig that's, yeah. Today we were finally starting the execution of the programs to actually, when you type stuff into Discord chat, it's actually getting run by the bot and executed, and it's outputting whatever you tell it to do. Most of the base execution is done. As you can see here, if I type in something like this, it runs it. Not everything is quite working, but I did add a default method here of like message. So if you use the message method or message function for the bot, it'll send a message with eventually what you put there. Currently it doesn't, because currently the parameter passing to functions isn't 100% working, mainly because the only thing that's left to do for this is the expression execution, which is like the biggest part of it, because literally everything is an expression at the base. Literally, it's an expression is what you pass into these methods. It's an expression what you pass into these variables. So everything but expressions are basically done. So hopefully next stream on Wednesday we can actually get into expression parsing, parse those out. That's gonna be a major thing to do. So a lot of work there, but overall, I'm happy with how the bot's going so far. So the fake Discord script programming language is actually coming along. It's kind of nice. Yeah. Alright, then one more thing I do want to show you. I'm using my phone now instead of the camera. Hopefully my phone actually should be much better for both audio quality but also video quality, which is kind of amazing. But at any rate, this 3D print finished. I stopped it earlier than it was, thinking it's still like 6 hours left. But honestly, all I had to do was just raise these up, and honestly, these are tall enough as it is. They're like half the height of the Raspberry Pi Zero. It's kind of hard to see, but honestly, I'm kind of happy with how these turned out. They're fits in here very snugly. It's actually a little bit hard to get this out if I want to, but it's very snug in here. For my first fully CADed and printed design, I did all entirely myself without having any kind of base CAD or base whatever. I'm very happy that it turned out, and this can hold like 11 Pi Zeros. I don't really plan to have that many, but this is a much better solution than the just sticking them in here in the bags that I had before. And honestly, having them a little bit shorter here will also help me have I have one test one that has the header solder on, so this can actually sit in here, so it's pretty nice. But I want to give you guys an update on that, since I talked about it in my last video and it was printing, but I didn't actually show it being done. So there it is. Okay, so it's Wednesday today. I ended up not streaming today. I got my first dose of my COVID vaccine today, so I ended up not streaming. But I still wanted to give you guys some updates and some more behind the scenes stuff, since this is kind of what this turned into, is devlog, but also behind the scenes stuff. And one of those things is this page. Now, if you don't know, I am a moderator for the YouTuber, not YouTube, well, he is a YouTuber, but the Twitch streamer Darkosto, and one of the things I help do for him besides making custom mods and custom projects that way, is I help do his best of series. So the past, honestly, like 4 years now, I've done a best of year video. So like the best of 2020 I just did, I had best of 2019, I did some other stuff, and we are trying now to do best of each month. And because of that, I need a really rapid way to view clips, tag them, and figure out what clips I should actually be using for these. So I ended up making this. Now this is a part of my website. This is only visible to me. I have permission to be able to view this. I could open this up, but for right now it's just more of a web page for me to be able to pull down the clips for Darkosto. So every day or a few days I hit this button, it'll pull all the clips for Darks. It'll check against my database, see what clips I don't have, what clips I do have, update them to include the ones I don't have, and kind of log them. And I don't have any example, but actually I'm gonna hit pull, see if it gets anything new. Reload. No new clips. So if there was a new clip, it would show up here and there would be nothing in this tags column. And so what I would go ahead and do is I would hit this tag clips button. It'll take me to this page. I can then watch the clip here.
All right, BNC129 is gonna be gone.
And I can kind of just watch it, figure out what it's about, and make a tag about it. Now, most of these clips I get are not very good. Like this one, they're
Wait,
really...
did you, what did it just do? I just clicked remove and it removed.
there's content to this clip. There's nothing really that's beneficial to me for making a best of video, so I'll end up just tagging this as bad, which in the end will just get filtered out when I do a filter on it, and I hit this next button, which will take me to the next clip. Obviously, this is not the best UI in the world, but it's just me using it, so like, I don't need the best UI in the world. But anyways, so that'll tag it. When you go back to this page, you'll show up the tags that you've put on this clip, and what I can end up doing is every end of the month, I just go in here, hit this, removes all the bad clips, and now I can look at all the clips that have tags are not marked as bad. So one thing I do need to do that I want to kind of start adding is the ability to, from this page, download all these clips, because what I end up doing is I take all these clips, I will actually end up, oh, hold on, let me get the 1 second. What I'll end up doing is I will take all those clips and put a link into like a clips.txt file, which you can see here, and what I'll actually end up doing is I'll use YouTube DL, which also allows you to download Twitch clips, and I will simply just run a script that'll take that text file, load all those clips in, and will download all those clips into that folder. And then from there, which I'm just finished doing, is I will take those clips, subdivide them out into folders here. This is part of the tagging system, was to help me get an initial idea of how I want to just divide these up, and then from here I will start taking these clips in, putting them into the video editor, editing them, kind of putting them all together, and then that's it. So a little behind the scenes of how I make the Best of Darkoso videos, but I kind of also just wanted to show off this page, because of course, you know, I'm the one that sees it, so like I gotta show it. I gotta find somebody to show it off to people. So I think it's pretty cool. But anyways, that's today's work mainly. But yeah, so probably finish up doing this and then get some sleep, and I'll catch you guys next time. Alrighty, so it is now Wednesday mornings before I'm actually going to start working for my actual day job. I wasn't planning on making like an update here, but I guess I am apparently. So my Discord games bot, which I've been running for a while now, has been having memory issues. I'm gonna guess there's been a memory leak for a while. I've restarted every once in a while, but basically on the server it's running on, when I restart it, the server has about 500 megabytes of RAM, and then after a few days it's down to 100. So the bot consumes about like 400 megabytes of RAM over a period of time, which it should not be doing. That's a lot more RAM that it should be consuming over that period of time. So somewhere I must have a memory leak is what I'm gonna guess. But it's also died the last 2 nights in a row. This time, however, I have an error log that I can actually reference. Last time the log expired, so I didn't have the error log. But luckily now I do this time. So I guess today I'm gonna be looking into this outside of my other work. So I guess just a nice fun update. This is my life now, apparently. Alrighty, so it is now later on Wednesday. I'm now off work for a while. I'm getting ready to do my hockey game. But before I do that, I just wanted to update you guys on the whole Discord games bots. It was crashing throughout the day today. Crashed a few times, had to restart it. But I think I've figured it out. I think I've got it running okay. I should probably check before I leave, but I think it's been solved and fixed. I think I've added all the promised catches I needed. I don't know. There's a lot of weird code in there that I'm not 100% the best on, but you know, we're making do. So hopefully the Discord bot is now running better. I haven't fixed the memory leak issues yet. I'll look into that in a future time, but should at least be up and online more stably now. But we'll find out. But anyways, besides that, I've been working more on the sports score bots. Today was MLB opening day, so I guess that inspired me to work on this. Got some more of the SQL script updating stuff, mainly just going through, taking everything out of the database table, truncating the table, altering the table, and then inserting everything back in cleaned. So I'm still making progress there. For like the games, the track games, I'm just dumping the table. I'm not worried about putting things back in, so that makes my life easier there. But yeah, so that's been my day to day, and been fun. So anyways, gotta get ready for my game now, and hopefully tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, it's Friday tomorrow. So I don't know, one day at a time, I guess. So I'm taking it. So alright, so just finished my stream for today. We are continuing working on the execution part of this Discord script programming language. Today, focusing more on the conditions and expressions and actually getting those to work. That's kind of like the last big thing I need to do before it actually works. And today we got it to where it will run this very, very simple program of just taking a number in, going through a while loop while that number is less than 3, and then outputting the number post increment. And as you can see here, it runs, it works, it outputs 1, 2, 3 into chat, and it does. So the next step I'm doing right now is working on getting the initial big program that's kind of all comprehensive to work. At the end of the stream, I got down to here. I'm running into now parsing out double conditions or nested conditions. So I got to do a lot of rewriting in this scope of parsing. I think you got to do decent rewrite of the parsing algorithm. But beyond that, hopefully that'll make my life easier and now that I've kind of worked on that. But at any rate, I'm going to leave this for B for now. I'll probably pick this back up on Monday. But for today, I need to get back into working on Dark Coast's best of video, and then also starting my script for my video that's going to be out Wednesday, which is covering part 2 of this, which is parsing. So, yeah. So I ended up starting a print last night before going to bed, and when I woke up and came back to here, I was greeted by this. Yeah, the print kind of blew up and failed. It's the first time it happened to me. Obviously, you can see that the first layer was pretty good. I watched the first layer of like this bit. Yeah, that actually went pretty well, and then I don't know what happened, but that was a fun wake up this morning. So for my lunch break today, I went to Micro Center to pick up this, which is the Raspberry Pi Zero. It has headers on it. Mainly, I still want to solder more headers on, and I need another one for a project we're going to work on, mainly for prototyping the Raspberry Pi action camera. I want the headers just to help me prototype faster. But I also went there to pick this up, but I also was looking for a Raspberry Pi Pico, because I really want a Pico, because it's honestly like a nice Arduino and it's $4, and it's just, I feel like it can make a very, very good project in the future, but unfortunately they didn't have it. What they did have, which I wasn't expecting, was this. They had a Raspberry Pi Compute Module 4. They actually had, I think, 4 variants there. I picked up the Compute Module 4 with Wi-Fi, 4 gigabytes of RAM, but no eMMC. It's kind of whatever. Again, this is made for me to prototype on, so it wasn't a huge deal. It was basically a cheaper version. I got the I/O board here, which is the kind of the bigger thing. I plan to try and play around with this in the future. Maybe work on making a NAS. I don't know. I would like to have a NAS, and I feel like doing this now, while I don't have a huge need for one, is probably a better time to mess around with a NAS than as opposed to you actually need one and you actually need a reliable one, which is probably the bigger thing. So that's why I got this. So I mean, obviously the biggest thing about the Compute Module 4 is it has the PCI Express Gen 2. It's only by 1, but it's still PCI Gen 2, which is miles ahead of like USB or anything like that. So that's kind of why you'd want to use this for a NAS as opposed to just USB drives and whatnot. But anyway, so that's what I got this for, was just for kind of that. And yeah, it should make for some fun to play around with in the future. But thought I should give you guys an update with that, and I'm pretty happy with picking this up. So yeah. So finished my stream for today. Mainly was working on sports score bonds, continuing the redoing of the backend architecture. It's fun, been going well. Today mainly focused on redoing the games. As you can see, I'm having lots of errors, but mainly redoing the games to have all that team information that was on that table be moved off into a separate team table, which I already had, but actually moving that over there permanently. Before, like the team name, team short, team logo, when was stored on the game in the database as a whole. Now I've moved that off to the team table, and I'm actually doing some merging or joining there. I have this really hideous join statement now. So next up, after I do this update, it'll probably be to looking into a better method of doing these SQL statements. I need to look to it anyways, but this isn't my strong suit, so yeah. But at any rate, there's that. I also figured out what the issue was, the 3D printer. Apparently, where's the processor here? Apparently, when I printed out the box here, this box wasn't level. It was apparently like just off enough, and so I'm guessing it was just like angled just enough that it caused the issue. So that's probably why it failed and crashed this morning. So gonna be trying to run it tonight. Again, pull this together. It's like an 8-hour print, so I'm just gonna run it overnight. So I'll start it, watching the first layer, and hopefully this time it does work. And then I'm gonna let it go, and then hopefully when I wake up, it actually finishes printing. I'm printing out it's a little hinge here, and then a box. This is for organization on my workbench over here to put stuff in. This hinge is for another project, which I'll be getting to hopefully now that that video for today went out, and I'm done with that. So this week and next week, hopefully working on this project this hinge can be used for, and hopefully it'll be the next video for 2 weeks from now, Wednesday. But at any rate, so the sprint to get some sleep, and I'll see you guys when I get back to this. Alright, so it is now Sunday. This whole back half of the week has been kind of hectic. I don't remember where I left off on the last thing, but I'm going to be working today on a new project, which I'm not quite going to say yet. This has to do with what you see in front of you. I'm doing some 3D CAD on a case for a Raspberry Pi camera. I need to add a GoPro mount to this. That's what I'm working on today, but yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. Again, I'll be doing some work today, but I'll tack this on to the beginning of the next one, since I think the video on this is gonna come out during that next one. But at any rate, yeah, today I also got a haircut, so that's why my hair's a little different now. But anyways, I think we call the devlog there. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.